doing? My name is Brittany and let's talk about books. So today I'm going to be doing the 12 Days of Christmas book tag. So let's get started. Number 1, A Partridge in a Pear Tree. Favorite standalone book. My favorite standalone book. This is a really hard one because I do have a lot of favorite standalones. But I'm going to go with The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This book was so good. I read this last year. Oh my god, I only read it last year. Oh my god. Absolutely adored it. It was so cute and it was so sad and it was funny and it was just everything that I love in a book. And so this is definitely my favorite standalone novel. So yeah. Number 2, Two Turtle Doves, fictional OTP/favorite ship. So I just did a blog post about this and I mentioned this in my last video. I just did a blog post on my blog about my favorite OTPs. My blog is always linked down below so you guys can go check that out whenever you guys want, but that blog post is posted. Favorite OTP, this is so hard, I have so many, but I went with Harry and Ginny from the Harry Potter series. They are my favorite. And I can't believe that J.K. Rowling wishes she put Hermione with Harry because I just know. Harry and Ginny are literally so cute. They're my everything, and I put more reasoning on my blog post. You guys can go check that out because I cannot even form words right now. Number 3, Three French Hens. Favorite trilogy. This is another hard one because I have read a lot of trilogies in the past 2 years, but I have to go with I have to go with the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I just love it. This is one of the only trilogies that I have read where I'm absolutely in love with the way that it wraps up. I find with a lot of trilogies, authors struggle with wrapping it up properly and they just completely butcher the ending. Cough, cough, Divergent. Ugh. Oh, but yeah, this is definitely my favorite trilogy of all time. I love the characters, I love the story, I love how it wraps up. It's just a beautiful trilogy and I'm in love with it. It's so good. Plus, like, look at these covers, they're so pretty, oh my god. Number 4, Four Calling Birds. Favorite fictional beast/creature. So I have to go with something from the Harry Potter series. Obviously, I'm gonna go with the Hippogriff, particularly Buckbeak. Buckbeak is just awesome. I love Buckbeak. He's so amazing and he's so magical. Number 5, Five Golden Rings. Show 5 golden books. This one was hard for me. I don't have a lot of golden books, so I mainly just chose yellow books, so bear with me. So here are, oh my god, here are my 5 golden books. So, you know, there's some gold or yellowy type things on each book, so just go with it. Number 6, Six Geese A-Laying, Rotten Egg. What's your least favorite book? So in my last book tag I mentioned my least favorite book, but I'm gonna pick a different one this time and I'm going to go with Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I know that that is a really popular book here on BookTube, but I just really did not like it. I found it boring. It took me like 2 weeks to read, and not because it was so big, but because it was just boring and I just did not like it. It did not make me want to read whatsoever. It put me in a reading slump. It was not good. I did not enjoy it. I did like the beginning, but then it just went downhill. I did not know. I didn't like it. 7, Seven Swans A-Swimming. Show a book with water on the cover. Speaking of Allegiant by Veronica Roth. So there's water right there. So, you know. Number 8, Eight Maids A-Milking. What fictional food do you wish you could taste? So I'm not quite sure. Probably butterbeer from Harry Potter. I know that that is a drink, but I have Bertie Bott's. I've tried Bertie Bott's before. I have a chocolate frog that I could taste that I haven't eaten yet. So there's not a lot of fictional foods that I can recall. So let's just go with butterbeer, because you know, that'd be cool to try. Number 9, Nine Ladies Dancing. Favorite dance between 2 characters. So I couldn't pick one. I couldn't think of one. But I watched Cassidy Von Shay's video and she did Throne of Glass with Dorian and Selena. I'm just gonna steal her answer. So. Number 10. 10 Lords Leaping. Favorite book to movie adaptation. For that one, I'm gonna go with Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. I'm gonna go with both parts. So I think part 2 is my absolute favorite of the whole movie franchise. But I did not particularly like the book. But for some reason, I absolutely adored the movies, although they were pretty close in content. But for some reason, the story of this book just translated a lot better on film for me, and I found it a lot more exciting when it was on the big screen rather than reading it, unfortunately. But it was really, really good on the big screen. Part 2 just came out last month, and oh my god, I died. I literally cried my little heart out, and I couldn't even talk about it for the longest time. But it's so good, and it's definitely my favorite book to movie adaptation that I can think of right now. Anyways. 11 Piper's Piping. Favorite book to movie adaptation soundtrack. So with The Fault in Our Stars soundtrack, that one's my absolute favorite. I listen to it all the time, not so much lately, but I used to listen to it all the time. I just really, really enjoy it. There's a few songs that I don't really like, but I do like the bulk of the songs, so yeah. 12 Drummers Drumming. It's the end of the song. What's your favorite book ending? I have to go with Winter by Marissa Meyer for this one. I absolutely love it. It's also my favorite series ending. It just wrapped everything up so beautifully, and I'm going to talk about this more in my review, but I watched the Booksplosion live show for it the other day, and they brought up a really good point about how it wrapped up too nicely, kind of,